session today. Yes, we want to keep fit, and so we'll be working out. We'll be getting on the floor and working out and all of that. So you don't want to miss today's episode at all. It's going to be an amazing one. A big thank you to my glam squad. Thank you so much, Emanas Fashion, for this lovely outfit. I just love it. And thank you to my makeup artist, that's Cardinova Makeover. Thank you so much for always making me look amazing. And to you at home, thank you so much for the support. And of course, my lovely studio audience. Now, let me invite Dennis to take a seat, okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Dennis with a big round of applause. Hi, Dennis! Oh, my God. You see the way I was posing? I was loving my pose. I should do it perfect. Yeah, let's do one more. Goodness, we have a studio set up. Hey, the studio set up, like right now there is different too. So I'm seeing two umbrellas. It used to be one umbrella. What's happening? A new face?
Thank you very much for this opportunity, and I'm happy to be at Changes, and it's lovely to be here.
Thank you so much.
Yes, so basically the setup is just a two-light setup.
Yeah.
And we have a big octobus or parabolic umbrella and a strip box at the back.
Oh, strip box.
So you can see from the shape that they are different. So the shape all give you different feel.
Ah.
Yeah, so the one at the back is normally called the backlight.
Okay.
So it gives you some kind of edging on your side.
Okay.
So that's what makes your shape comes out.
Okay.
So from the line, you see a certain line. Without that light, your face look kind of like, one-dimensional or two-dimensional. But if you introduce the backlight, it looks more like 3D.
Okay.
So that's the illusion that the photographers give. But it all depends on the style.
Okay.
And this big one over here is the one that spread the light on your body. And the bigger the softbox, the softer the light. So I think you should take it like the sun. You see, the sun is so, like, it's there somewhere, and it's shining across the board, but it's far away. So because of the larger, space, that's how it gives you a broader feel. If you go close to the sun, I don't think you can get the effect you want. I don't think you can stay there. So that's basically how light works.
Okay. Wow, we are learning a lot today.
Yeah.
For me, I thought photography was just about me posing and taking pictures and I'll get it how it's supposed to be. But it looks like lighting plays a vital role in that.
Yes. Way back in history, photography has, moved from one dimension to the other. And, there was a time in history they need to just cast the picture on a platform or a board. Can I put this here?
Yes, please. Feel free.
Yes. They need to cast the picture on a platform or a board.
Okay.
And the transparent areas, they start to brush it to give the picture on another platform.
Right.
So there was that time.
Okay.
There was also another time when you have to introduce a certain chemical. And once you introduce the chemical to the thing, you also get picture. And those times our parents were doing the negatives.
The negatives, yes. I remember those days.
Yeah, so those ones too were part of it. Before we also moved to cameras. And there was even a time when cameras were big.
Yeah.
Like very big. You carry them like a studio, but what they're trying to do is to create a dark room. So that light can just touch you and your image will be created.
Oh, I see.
So the guys have been so smart, they've done it from very big to small to even mobile phone. Let me even shock you here. There was a time when you see pictures at certain time and people were frowning. Do you know why they were frowning?
Why?
There was a point in time when if you want to capture an image, you need to wait, you need to capture the exposure over a certain period of time. So the person literally needs to stay and be looking at you for like three minutes.
Yeah.
So once they stay for 3, my bread like they are bored. So you just see Lord Lugard or one of those, they'll just look at you like this.
That's true. I remember,
because if you are smiling like smiling,
it's gonna fade eventually.
For 3 minutes. Yeah. So that's how photography had evolved over
the years.
time.
And now it looks like smartphone is also coming into play, and people are loving smartphones. But let me ask you guys, smartphone versus professional photography, which one do you prefer? Which picture do you prefer? Use the microphone. Charlie, photography, smartphone pictures, professional camera pictures. Which one do you prefer?
I'll prefer the professional one, but the cost.
The cost,
yes.
Okay. Who else? Sophie, you want to speak?
So I prefer the professional one, but when you look at the smartphone, we have something called instant.
Okay.
Right from there, you get your picture.
Okay.
But this one...
It takes a while.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I would say that's the reason why a lot of people prefer this thing. The smart.
Okay, but it's not about the quality.
A lot of them, they want to post it right from yes.
Okay,
so they will
so
prefer
the wahala.
That. Yes.
Okay, you guys don't want to get into wahala. You want to have your pictures instantly. Let's go out there and ask people what they also think, whether they prefer smartphones or they prefer the professional photography.
Well, I prefer, let me say, the professional one, because usually that's when it is printed and given to you. Sometimes you may have the phone one, and before you realize it's corrupted, and you have lost everything. But if you have a professional one, it's printed for you, you save it in your album, you can see it as and when you pick your album, and I think that is something I would prefer. I have lots of photo images, but I've not printed them. Sometimes from time to time, they even occupy space, and you look at them, you want to delete some of them. But if they are printed and stored in an album, I think that is something you always can refer to at any time want to have a look at your good self.
Okay, me personally, on a normal day, like when I go out and stuff, I like to take pictures with my phone, because with your phone you can like edit it yourself. There are apps you can use to edit. But then when you go for a professional photographer to take pictures of you, unless it's like a special occasion, like a birthday shoot, your wedding or something, but on a normal day I'll choose phone over photography.
So between phone images and professional photo shoots, I prefer the phone because the phone is portable and can be carried anywhere, and also with the phone you can save it on the clouds, and when you lose the images you can restore it on the clouds. But a professional photo shoot, when it's printed out and gets missing, it's missing forever and you can't find it anywhere. But with the phone, you can restore it on your clouds and your emails. So that one is the best.
I would say I would prefer professional photo shoots in a way, and I also prefer mobile photo shoots as well, because in terms of mobile, you can take it anywhere. Basically, you can stand any place, you can stand anywhere and take a picture with your phone. And it will still look good. It will look as you want it to be. And in terms of photo shoots, they are basically, to me, professional photo shoots are basically for professional stuff, like for professional passports, pictures, weddings, and all of those events. But when it comes to mobile pictures too as well, it's also entails like fun activities. You can take it anywhere, take videos, short videos, reels, and all of those things. So that is my take on it. Thank you very much.
The phone cameras have improved their qualities, and because due to the convenience and accessibility and instant sharing, depending on your phone, you get some phone cameras which are quality so that you get the pictures nice. And so I'll go for my phone, depending on the phone you are using. Not all phones.
Personally, I would choose phone images. I'm not a fan of photo shoot, because you now have to go for makeup, attire, background. It's a whole lot of things. But with the phone camera, you just stand, get a nice background environment, then you take quality pictures. You can get the same as photo shoot images?
For me, I prefer taking pictures with my phone because of the convenience. My phone is always with me, so wherever I'm going, I have my phone. I can just use it to capture the moment. And for storage, I can use my phone. After taking my pictures, I can even save it. So going to a professional photographer to take picture for me, it's a no-no for me. I prefer taking camera with my phone, pictures with my phone, sorry.
Between phone images and professional photo shoots, I prefer professional photo shoots because it's more professional. It gives more professional vibes than the phone images.
So between phone images and professional photos, I prefer phone images because for me, if you have a good phone, all you need to do is just take the picture you want to take. But professional photo shoot, you need to go and rent a camera or go and call a photographer to come and take you a picture, and you pay for it. And sometimes you don't have the money to do that. So I prefer phone photos.
So for me, between phone images and professional camera images, I prefer both because for the phone, I'll use it for my schoolwork and then my normal daily activities. And for the camera, I'll use it for my...
Okay, so I'll just say that as for me, it's professional photo. I don't know why. Probably I've done it so much that I don't know. The phone is also okay, but I always feel there's something missing with the phone.
Okay, so what I can comment on both of them is that for the phone, is what you see is what you get. So capture and go.
Okay.
But when you involve a photographer, you are involving a lifelong, processes of cameras, and because when they started taking pictures, most people started taking with art form in mind.
Okay.
They were painting, they were brushing,
right.
They were drawing and all that. So a professional photographer would use the art pieces, his creativity, as input of art to give, even if it's a portrait, it will make it in such a way that you get the impact of it. It applies principles.
Right.
But I can see fundamentally they are concerned, is somewhere like money, somewhere time. But actually, any good thing, you invest time and money, you get the best of it.
Yeah. For me, again, maybe because my photographer is that good.
Yeah.
Yeah. If your photographer is good, then you don't have a problem.
Yeah.
Then you don't even... So when people take pictures, I struggle to appreciate them, though.
Yeah. On the phone. So a brief history about phone. The phone photography came in the 2000s. They were trying as much as possible to make sure that it is handy wherever you are going.
Okay.
And when they started this whole system of pictures, I've mentioned that there were a whole lot of things happening and all that.
At that time, we're not seeing the lightings that we are seeing now. Okay.
So they were also trying to invest in making sure it's available for a lot of people.
Okay.
That is why the phone came in. So the first pictures you were doing, it's only accredited people that could do that. And those times to come like 3 months.
Okay.
Then later on, it was easier for you to come 3 weeks. You can do the thing. Sometimes you take the picture. The photographer is different from the one going to develop the film and all that, and the negatives and all that. Then later they decided that, okay, it should be part of us. And if you look at the very first phones, their cameras, even Nokia 3310 and those, you see that there was some camera. Then when you take the picture, you get crap.
Yeah.
You understand? Then it went, forward and all that. They started reducing the sound and all that. They started adding lenses.
Lens, right.
Now,
so before, there were no lenses?
There were no lenses. Like, there were lenses, but it wasn't, you can't appreciate, you only appreciate one focal point. Then Apple people came and were like, no, we can put 3 balls to get wider, to get more restricted, to get more close-up. Some people even have the phone, they don't even take the different portion of the story.
There are different portions in there?
Yeah, you have wide, 0.5, you have 1.1, you have 0.2, you have 3, you have even telephoto.
Really?
Yeah, so all those is in the camera.
There's telephoto. Which one is the telephoto?
So telephoto is you can sit here and you can just press that. Not zoom in. Zoom in is different, but this one, there's one lens that is, you can go, when you sit here, you press 0.3, it goes very closer to the person and take the picture. Yeah, so that's the beauty of it. But phonography is moving to a point of software.
Okay.
So now what they are trying to do now is, sometimes you can take a picture and you can easily apply blur. But you realize that the blur, for the professional, the blur is not looking pro, it's fake. So they are now trying to use softwares to put that thing. And our brother is now coming in, the AIs.
The AI?
Yeah.
So the AI too can be used to capture?
No, so what is, moving on is that you can take a simple picture and upload it in an AI. They need to convert it like a professional picture. But what I can say, that cannot be original.
Of course, it can't be.
Yes, it can't be original because sometimes when you remove a certain light from an image, you get a different feel altogether.
And now we are seeing editing as well. Back in the day, there were no editing, right? Or there were, but we didn't know.
So back in the day, there were no editing perfect, But over time, I think in the early 1880s was when they started developing something that looked like, we have it now like Photoshop. So it is how they were combining colors and all that will make the picture different. Because sometimes what you see is not what you get. So editing is giving people's appreciation of creativity to make it look a certain way.
Yeah, I mean, the first time my photographer told me he can make my waist small, I was very surprised. He said, don't worry, I'll make your waist small. I said, you can make my waist small? I said, yes. And he made my waist small. I was like, oh, it happens.
Digital surgery. Yeah, digital surgery.
It's called digital surgery.
Digital surgeon. It's just put in the there's, flattening things and all that. Yeah, I understand, but just to make you feel comfortable.
Oh, wow.
At the ending of the day, that's how people get.
But you see, is it not giving a different representation? Because I take a picture, I'm supposed to be, straight. And the next thing is we are seeing a very curvaceous woman, and we meet a person in town, the person is not curvaceous.
Yeah, so for me, my personal photography thrives on originality. Even in my editing, I can spend an hour editing. But when somebody sees it, it may not even look like I'm editing. You understand? Okay. Because I want to make sure that I give a true representation of the person.
Okay.
I don't want you to see the person and you're like, is it this person or something? There was a time a friend's phone turned up and I saw the screensaver. And I was like, is that you? That was one of the most embarrassing questions. Like when I thought about it like a photographer, I was like, I was like, oh, that's me. I was like, oh, let me try to add. Oh, wow. It looks so good and all that. But what I was saying is that the person I was seeing and the person on the phone, they are two extremities. Yes.
So it doesn't have to be like that.
It doesn't have to be like that. The early days appreciated art. They wanted to see you as you were. And for me, that's how I feel photography should live. So that you can appreciate time. Photography is all about, is one invention that made us appreciate time.
Okay.
Apart from, it was one of the unique inventions. Apart from, without that, we didn't have known that, oh, you were this young.
Yeah.
Then later became old. Yeah. So imagine if we were digitally doing things. Yeah. You understand? I see a mark here, it looks natural. When we remove that one and all that, then it comes back again and it goes back again and all that.
Yeah. You guys have something called airbrush. Which one is that one?
Yeah, so it's...
it's also part of the editing?
Yeah, so it's part of the editing tools.
Okay.
So we have brushes. They're harder, they're softer. When you press it down to the... Like if you're using a mouse or a pen, and you press it down deep, you get different effects. So a photographer is also like a painter.
Okay.
If you want to know how to edit very well, and let me shock you here, for those who are out there who are looking for opportunities to, and they don't even have a camera, you can start as an editor.
Okay.
Because photographers now are looking for editors.
Okay.
To edit the picture. So you don't even need to be a photographer. You just need to understand the principle of photography, know where the light is coming from. So if you're adding extra light by dodging it or bending it, you know what to do. I just mentioned a new term, dodge and bend. It's a principle in editing.
Okay.
So
Dodge
what happened?
and bend.
Dodge and bend.
Okay.
That's dodge and bend is significantly what makes your shape comes out, what makes you look good. So let me explain it. If you throw light over my face from this angle, my nose blocks the light so that you have shadows here. In principle, that shadow is really good.
Okay.
That shadow gives the dimension or shape of your body. But if I'm seeing the light like shining all over, I can't really see my face.
Okay.
So a good editor, when you miss the lighting arrangement from the studio, can help you put the shapes and the dodge. So the dodge is brightening the areas that are dark.
Okay.
The bend, bend something, is darkening the areas that are supposed to be dark.
Okay.
So basically, that's
how
how
it is.
and it makes, and then when you finish it, it will give you a certain, shape or something.
Oh, wow. So there are different types of photography too. For me, I know about the one that I have to be posing and all of that, but you have the on-looking one. Is that what it's called? You have terms in your photography.
No, so...
Oh, this is spontaneous ones.
Yeah, so I don't know what kind of category you want to put it, but let me say we have portrait photography.
Okay.
We have stage photography. Stage photography is how the photographer wants the image to look like. So the photographer directs the shot.
Okay.
I would say we have lifestyle photography. Lifestyle, I want to place that in the event side where things are happening, spontaneously, and you are capturing them. So those one, nobody is doing, like when you're in the wedding, nobody is doing something for you to digitally take and all that. So basically, there are different aspects. There's even drone photography, where you use the drone, the big digital bird, you take it to the sky, and you capture, every part and all that from the top.
Wow.
Yeah. And God's eye view is wonderful. When you are traveling in a plane and you look down, you start appreciating.
Yeah, that's so true.
Different, like your eyes started capturing pictures that look so wonderful. The Villaggio building we're respecting will become so like a cube.
Yeah.
And you realize that at the end of the day, we are all stuff in the hands of the Creator.
Wow. You have some great pictures that you took during the Singathon. If we can see some of the pictures that were taken. For most people, when we see these pictures, it was more or less like in the moment, the spur of the moment.
Yeah.
So how do you capture these pictures? Is it like you have to capture like 1,000 and get just one great one?
Okay. So that brings me to basic steps of taking a photo. I'm going to release some secrets here so that if you are thinking of going into photography, you are not scared. You go all out.
Okay.
In picture taking, we utilize the power of anticipation.
Okay.
Anticipation is imagining something will happen and you pray it happens and it happens.
Okay.
If you can use that tool, you can take any picture in time, especially during an event. That's why I see that I feel like my capturing of events has evolved over time because of the power of anticipation. So in this particular photo, I could say that there were a lot of photographers at that moment because I couldn't see similar ones like this who didn't take those moments because that moment was a down moment. Let me explain. So she was singing. She decided to stop. She sat on a chair. The music stopped.
Okay.
At the time when nothing is happening, that is when my eye is opening. I'm like, okay, what's going to happen right now? Because if you look at history, when people are confused, that is when you have good photographs.
Right. Okay.
So I've mentioned one, when people are like down,
Yeah.
you have good photograph. When people are confused, when there's chaos.
When they scale. Okay.
So at that moment, there was like
So
chaos.
is it that the best photography is taken when people are unaware?
So we could put it like that.
Okay.
We could put it like that, but I don't want to use unaware in terms of studio photography.
Okay.
Because even unaware moments, we direct them. Oh, please be looking at this. Don't focus on me.
I do it all the time.
So, and sometimes you like,
Yeah.
laugh like this side. And
Yeah.
you're like, imagine if you are taking the video of that. Somebody be like, then yeah. So it's part of it. But in events, when pictures want to evoke emotions, that is photography.
Right.
When you look at a picture and evokes emotion, I think I have a footage on a slide, and I think they'll probably locate it, talking about the mood of photography. I captured 2 different portraits, and I gave the subjects a different expression to give. And when you see those expressions, you have the happy and the sad. It evokes certain thing in you.
Right.
So that's basically how photography. I'm sure she would, put it up. So
And there are different types of. Okay, I hear the slide is ready. So let's see if we can see that slide. Okay, can we have the slide?
Okay, so please.
Okay, I think we can take it from here. You can go there,
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go there.
Okay, so please scroll down a bit.
You can actually scroll it.
Okay.
Dennis, you can scroll it.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow, technology. This looks good. So I'm at the mood in photography. So this is where I want us to look at. Oh, I'm getting used to this. I should probably do.
You should be doing it.
So what is mood in photography? The mood of a picture is the emotion or feeling the picture portrays.
Okay.
So most of the time, if you are not that good in photography, you just want to take picture.
Right.
Because it's a moment, it's happening. But if you are getting very good with it, you start to look at emotion.
Okay.
And emotion can be expressed in different ways. Happy, sad, lonely, fearful, or excited.
Okay.
So that's why I created these 2 images. So when you look at this image, I just told the subject to be very calm, and she gave me this.
Okay.
And I told the subject to be very excited. Like exactly the same poses, but you could
One
tell.
is sad and one is happy.
Yeah, you could tell different feeling.
Okay.
It's almost like the person is not looking like the person. So basically, that's what the photography, art is getting into.
Okay. Now, are there different types of cameras as well? Because I see somebody holding that, Sony, Canon, but they'll tell you, it's the lens that makes the difference.
Hey,
Is it the lens or is what?
Yeah, you're very good with information.
Yes, my photographer has been teaching me all these things.
Yes, good. So, over time, there have been different kinds of cameras.
Okay.
And we had the DSLR. And we also have the mirrorless. I think I'll place them within this 2 parts. Now, DSLR will come with a physical. Can I have a DSLR there? DSLR.
Oh, please bring it. Come.
So that's my brother.
Okay.
He's also a photographer.
Nice.
So you start seeing, you see this.
Okay, we can show it to the camera. Which other camera should we show it to? This one. Okay.
Yes. So this particular stuff is where light literally bounces to hit, the lens, hit the system, and somehow create an image.
Okay.
I use the word somehow because I'm not in the camera. Yeah. So now these cameras, they became like they are very bulky,
Yeah, they are bulky.
Yeah, bulky. And this is like the mirrorless.
Ah.
So they've removed that particular system. and they've maintained something like this.
Oh, I see.
Yes. So with this, for the DSLRs, most of the time you can't view the image from the viewfinder. So the viewfinder is what you use to take pictures.
Okay.
But now with these ones, you can view the image from the inside.
Oh, okay. Oh, but this one you can't. You have to look on the screen.
You have to look on the screen.
Okay.
But this one, you can look on it. However, the quality of the images and all that have also improved over time.
So which one
So
is
these
better?
were the first.
Okay.
The DSLRs. These were the first.
Okay.
Yes. Remember those times, like fathers and the photos. Like, you'll be hearing the sound.
Yeah.
But this one too became silent.
Okay. So this is a silent one.
Yeah, like over time, this became silent.
Okay.
So the sound for the shutter is not as loud as this one.
But I like the shutter.
Yeah.
I like to hear the sound.
Yes,
I'm like, oh,
yeah.
we're trying
So that's why-
to pose, you know?
That's why they couldn't kill it on this. They still had to maintain it and all that. But some people, when you're shooting events like this, you always want the silent shutter.
Okay, why?
Yes, because you don't want to create distraction.
Okay.
So imagine I can come to this studio and also take images and not create any distraction and finish the job. You wouldn't even know that I'm there.
Okay. Okay.
Gone are the days when we have to be like all around and all that. You know, back in the days, we were sleeping on the floor. Taking pictures.
You've changed. Now you don't sleep on the floor again. You don't do it again.
You don't do that. I feel like it's not necessary. You can easily position your arm like this because for this like this camera has a viewfinder that could go up.
Okay.
So you can easily take the picture from this way and still see the image.
Okay.
But they really wanted to get a downward impression.
So now we have these two cameras. Obviously, this one is more expensive.
Yes, please.
Does the brand also tell how nice your pictures will be? There's Canon, there's Sony, there's Nikon.
Yes. So I don't want to get into the argument of which of the brand is nicer. Yeah, because if they are watching me now, I would need sponsorship from them in any way. Yeah, but what I can say is that whatever camera you use, if you're comfortable with it, you can get to the highest form of the camera.
Okay.
Even if it's a phone, and you apply the principle and all that, you can get to the highest form of it. Let me give one principle that I always show. When you are taking a picture with a phone, for example, and you're standing behind the light, chances are that your face will be dark.
Behind the lights.
Yes,
Okay.
so the light, the main source of light is here.
Okay.
So you are standing from this side.
Okay.
Chances are that your image will be dark.
Okay.
So if you don't know that principle of getting the light to hit your face, then you have... So I want to give the audience a free tip.
Okay.
You can easily stretch your hand out when you want to take a picture with a phone and all that. Do a 360. So when you see that your hand is getting well lit, so the light is very good here.
Right.
But if you're moving around, you see that the light becomes darker at certain points.
Yeah, here is darker, but here is brighter.
Here is brighter.
Oh, okay.
So it would be nice to now say, oh, subject, stand here and face me.
Okay.
You get a very good image. That one doesn't matter what camera you are using, what brand you are using and all that.
Oh, I see.
So understanding of the principle matters a lot in image capturing with different kinds of cameras and all that. But to mention from Canon to Sony, I started with Canon.
Okay.
So I was getting a certain feel at certain point in time, with Canon and all that. So I started with the DSLR. Then I went to mirrorless, but a lower grade from this particular one. So this is the Canon 5D Mark IV.
Okay.
Yes. And it was very expensive, camera. At the time I bought it too. And this is the Sony A7RV.
Okay.
It's a mirrorless camera. Yes.
So if you say mirrorless, some of us are lost. You keep
Yes.
on saying mirrorless, mirrorless. It's the thing that you showed us inside.
Yes. So so
You know, we are hearing the terms, but it's like, okay, mirrorless, no, mirrorless, okay.
Yes.
Today I'm learning a lot, you know.
Yes, I know. You're a good student.
A very, very good student.
I love the ease of mirrorless because the image I see sometimes, like what I see from the viewfinder is like I appreciate the final product.
Okay.
But with this, no, sometimes what I get from the DSLR, they look like I need to, do some form of presentation to it.
Okay.
And there are also other factors like how fast
Okay.
the camera is.
Right.
So you see sometimes when you're somersaulting, for example, and you want to get the person in the air, we use what we call the best mode or the continuous shutter.
Okay.
So literally, you're taking a picture. I can demonstrate an example here.
You can keep your comments coming in on 055-157-5757, 055-157-5757. And Shola will be here pretty shortly to read all your messages. So you're taking a picture right now.
Yes, so I'm taking a picture, but I'm taking it in what is called the best mode. So please, everybody should pay attention to the sound.
Okay.
So in 1, 2, 3, go. So it has taken about 10 or 15 pictures within a second.
Okay.
So that is, some of the benefit I get.
Okay, from this one.
Yeah, from this one. But
Which this one doesn't have?
You can get it from this. But this, because of the mirror thing, it takes a lot of time.
Okay.
Like before the shutter would go up and down. Let me open it for you.
So before it goes up and down, okay.
I think I can take a mock picture here.
Okay. Okay.
Do you
So
see
before
that?
you can get that.
You see that?
Yeah.
Before you can, so that's the shutter blade. It takes a certain time to open
and close. Okay.
So it's very physical. But with this, it's not physical.
Okay. I don't want to ask you which do you prefer, but then I just want to ask you a bit about the lenses. If you use the same lens for both cameras, will you get same quality?
You get different quality because the cameras are of different made.
Okay.
Different technology were used.
So why are we being told that it's the lens, not the camera?
So we are told it's a lens because the lens, let me explain. Guys, we are being technical today. Just pay attention.
Very.
So in the lens, every lens has a name.
Okay.
From the millimeter, you see a millimeter here, and you see what we call an aperture number. Right. Now, the millimeter is just how zoomed in you are from the image.
Okay.
Let me just put it, I want to be less technical. So if it's 85 and I go to 105 and I sit at this same spot, I can get here very well. If I go to like 250, 300, I can just get only a head.
Oh, okay.
From this same spot. Are you getting the picture? So it's like the lens is that zoom.
Okay, for the zoom.
Zoom that is, the millimeter is giving it to you. But what makes a lens very, very powerful and more expensive is the aperture number.
Okay.
So the lesser you go on the number, which is 1.4, if you go down to, let's say, 1.2, you understand, you get a certain image with the background very blurry. And also you get like more lights coming. So when more light coming means I can use the lens in any condition without having to attach light to it.
Oh, really?
Like flash and all that.
Lens can give you that?
It can give you that. It can give you that. So some of the cheaper ones, so like this, there's another one I have there, it's 2.8.
Okay.
There's some that is 4.0.
Okay.
The 4.0 lens, when you buy it, it will look like, when you take a picture, it will just be darker
Okay.
a bit. You can digitally manipulate the settings to give you a brighter image. But when you get a very, like, a condition that is so dark, you need to take an image. then this kind of lenses start making sense. And this kind of lenses help your background.
Wow.
Separation, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the phones, the brands, they all have different types of lenses? Because we're able to say that, oh, this one gives better quality pictures and all of that.
Yeah, so the phones have different kinds of presentation. I saw a phone, one of those phone, I don't know whether it's Itel or Techno. And I saw the image and I saw that of iPhone. They did a comparison on TikTok. And you realize that by looking at it, you see that the Techno one is nicer. And somebody I read a comment, somebody was like, that's niceness you see today. It won't be the same no more. And another person is countering it like, oh, I've bought my own for longer years and I'm still maintaining the same quality and all that. So it all comes down to preference and what people want. But the bad here is that the more expensive you invest in certain gadgets, the more flexibility you have to get better quality of image.
Okay.
You don't do too much work. Yeah.
I see. Shola? Today, we've gone very technical here. So Bishot, who is my photographer, hasn't given me these technicalities. I know, like, all I know is that he's giving me nice pictures.
Oh, Bishot's there.
Yeah, so I know that my final product is nice. So me, I just go and post and then, you know.
Just do your... Right. And then he brings you the final result.
Which is nice. But now I'm learning so much that it takes so much to get those nice pictures out there.
Well, I have seen him in work, actually. I don't know if he remembers, but then last year, Big Chef, he did the photo shoot, right? Okay. And I know that by the time the contestants were out, we were like, I thought you just have to stand there, you're done. But this one said we should smile, we should do this, we should do this, we should turn this angle. And I was like, okay, we want to make sure that we have perfection, right? Yeah. And when the pictures came out, I tell you, I kid you not, they looked really, really good, right? So I agree when he says that there are a lot of things that goes with, you know, photography, or when it comes to photography, because me, I'm standing here thinking that I have a new iPhone. If I do crack, I can be a photographer. Yeah, because I took a few aesthetically pleasing pictures. I was like, God damn it, I can be a photographer. But right now, you've dimmed my life, so do you need? Yeah, you've proven to me that I don't.
Your life has been dim.
It's dim, Rob.
Yeah.
But anyway, social media is joining the conversation because obviously it's a very, very technical one.
Very technical,
very. I heard him say there are so many words he said. I heard. When it takes about 10 pictures at the same time, what is it called?
Best mode.
Best mode. Okay.
Burst, like something bursting.
Oh.
Or continuous.
Best mode.
Or continuous.
Right.
Like taking things continuously.
So iPhone has that, right? And then when you're done, you see all the 10. I'm wondering, what do we use the 10 for? So what's the difference?
Okay, so creatively, when you take pictures in series, you can do something we call stop motion.
Right.
That's one. That's like, it's something our company we are trying to, learn into so that we can change the form of how we advertise from just taking videos and all that. So stop motion is one. For just like what we normally do is to take moment within moment.
Okay.
Moment that naturally, sometimes you see some picture and you see the way it is, like, how did this person take it? That is the secret.
Oh.
Today, I'm giving it.
You've given us all the keys. Anyway, so I told you social media is paying attention to this conversation, so we'll take a few of them. This one says, like, good afternoon, changes. I'm Nanek here watching you live from Asamankese. I prefer phone to professional photo shoots because the phone is portable and you can take pictures anywhere and everywhere, which I agree. This one also says that, hi, changes, good afternoon. I'm grateful for everyday changes that you bring here to us. Today, Shola is chasing Rosalind in terms of wardrobe. Rosalind level up, oh, yo. I beg, calm down. After all, you all are true Gen Z. So I think that really, truly, I agree that if you want to go out, for instance, if you're going out with your buddies, the phone may be the best, right? But you can't tell me that you have a full photo shoot with your phone. Is it possible?
You've never, I don't think we've ever seen an image that's, because I feel what we professionals do is that when you're taking an image, it should elevate you.
Yeah.
It should give you a sense of, like prestige identity. So, and it should capture and grab you in this day of social media. So if you are meeting these 3 elements, I think we
You're
do it
good to
better.
go.
Like professionally, we do it better.
Right.
So that's, my take.
Okay.
Oh, well, and someone on Facebook says that you are the professor in photography, because right now the keys you are dropping is a whole lot of gem. So yeah, that's what we have on here. Let me see if we have more.
I think we have more on WhatsApp.
On WhatsApp,
check
yeah. I'm checking if
I hear there's a question on Facebook. Please check Facebook.
There is a question on Facebook. Hold on, let me see. We can scroll down a little bit. And then someone says, what does 2 CD mean? The person wants to know.
2 CDs.
Yeah. 2 CD.
Oh, 2 C
and then C and
D. Is this supposed to mean something in photography?
Doesn't mean something in photography. That's
or maybe it's 2 CDs he's asking.
Because it says, what's 2 CD? So it's a 2 and then CD in small letters. What does it mean?
Okay.
There's nothing like that in photography, eh?
No, not that I've heard of.
Right. So
I was just thinking about money.
I also think about money. Maybe we need money at this point. Yeah.
Well, this one says that I want to ask, since childhood, photography was looked down upon by our parents, but right now it is one of the sectors that have great income range. So I heard, is that true?
Very true.
Right.
Actually, I think last week, photography took me out of the country to make a corporate headshot for a company that have a branch here.
Okay.
And they also have a branch in Nigeria.
Okay.
And it's because of photography I went there.
You went to do company headshots?
Yes. So they flew me there, my hotel stay for 6 days, paid for, breakfast, dinner, lunch, whatever, taken care of. And, I just came back recently.
Wow. Wow.
So that's basically photography. And it's a paid work. It's paid work. They paid me for the time.
We have a photographer here, Makafui.
Yeah, he's been to Dubai.
Yeah. You know Makafui?
Yes.
Yes, and he actually is a fantastic guy too. Fantastic. He works with Adansi, and he's always traveling.
Yes.
He's always out of the country.
Yes.
Makafui Media, always.
Yes.
He's like every 3 months more, he's gone.
I'm still waiting for my perfume, Makafui.
He's very good.
The last time you went, you promised me a perfume, Makafui. I'm waiting for my perfume. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Photography does pay. Does anybody here want to go into photography? Yes? Talk to me in the microphone.
Okay, so I'm a journalism student.
Okay.
And I learn about photo-J.
Okay.
Photojournalism in school.
Okay.
And our teacher, our lecturer used to teach us about how to handle a camera. So for me, it's beautiful for me to learn camera. So I'm ready to learn.
So you are learning it more because of the beauty?
Like how how photography is being done.
Oh, right. There's a lot of work to it, isn't it? Some of the photographers, they struggle. Like, it's not they struggle, but it's like, it's too much work when they have to do the editing.
Yes, so because we take a lot of pictures, we need to narrow down the image. Sometimes consult with the client, then narrow it down, then work on them. Okay. And there are different stages of working on them. There is the basic adjustment edits. There is also like the high-end editing that we know as retouching. So all those are part of the scenario.
Rosalind, there's this particular question I want to ask. There are when you see a photographer's camera, they are very particular about it. It's like you can't touch a photographer's camera anyhow. So what are the places that we can't touch? Or what is your fear? That makes you say, okay, don't touch my camera, because I'm telling you, I have tried to be short.
It's very expensive.
Be short, that's what I'm asking. Aside how expensive it is, what else? Because Be Short's camera, I've tried. I've told him to teach me. When he gives it to me 3 seconds, he's collecting his bag because I don't know what he's afraid of. And it's not only him, but a number of cameramen
I think predominantly it's because it's a tool for work, one.
Right.
And any tool for work, you manage it very well. And you take culture of maintenance in mind.
Okay.
Knowing that, okay, if you don't take required safety procedures it can just fall. And when it falls at that moment and you have a shoot in the next few minutes, you have to go and cough money to rent or the whole back and forth of rental and all those stuff. But me, I would say predominantly, the tool is very expensive.
Oh. Okay.
Very expensive.
Okay.
The RV, this one.
Yeah, please, camera, capture this one. It's very important for me.
So this particular lens now is sold at $1,100.
For the lens?
Yes, if you're buying it originally from the US, $1,100. And with this $1,100, when you convert it here, you're getting to almost 17 to 16,000. It's the original one.
For lens?
For just the lens of this. And this lens is just one, like just millimeter, just that 1 millimeter.
Camera is not part.
Yes, this is just the lens. Camera is not part at all. The body of the camera, the body is just this without the head. For this particular camera, the Sony A7RV is $3,900.
Hey.
The other one is $4,000. And you are going to buy, you are paying tax for it and all that. So you are hitting somewhere around 65,000 cedis.
For this camera?
For this. For this. When I bought the first one...
This is a car.
Yes. It's even land. It's
land?
It's land. So with this is the Canon 5D Mark IV. And you see, inflation affects us here and the change of currency. That's also one thing that I feel for young photographers when you are saving. As at 2019, when I bought this, it was the same price, which was $2,800, just the body alone. Okay. $2,800. Today, it's still like $2,800. But then, it was around 20-something thousand. Now, it's getting to 40-something thousand. Yeah, you get it. So, it's very expensive. So, when you are touching it, and some people, when they are touching it, they are not touching it with expensive in mind, though. They are like, oh my God.
No, because that's what I've been...
Is it okay for me? No, watch it before you put it.
Oh, no.
But is it okay for me to touch it?
Oh, no, you can touch it. Please.
Roslyn, that's 80 billion. You're putting 80 billion. I trust you. I believe in you, girl.
I don't think it's on.
Let me help you.
But this is heavy.
Yes.
This is very heavy.
It is?
It's very heavy. Shall I pose that? This is the pose we are doing.
Sorry.
So 2 ways. You can either look at it and take a picture. So try it.
So where do I press the click?
So yeah, this is the shutter button.
Oh, that's the shutter button?
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, you didn't pose though.
Oh, I did.
Pose well. Yay! I got it.
So
but it looks like the headroom is big.
The headroom is big.
So you see, this is a 35 mm.
Okay.
Remember I told you that the lower the millimeter, the larger you get the space in between.
Okay.
This is 85. So let's see how 85 will look from here.
Okay. Can you use these cameras for videos as well?
Yes, you can.
And they give the same quality?
Yes. So you see.
Oh, right. Okay.
The same position we are.
Okay.
These are all prime lens.
But we're not getting
everything.
We're getting just a bit of, not your whole body though.
Yes.
We're not getting your whole body.
It's like a medium shot?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
So if you show it, I don't know how you can show it to the camera, but then let's do it this way. Maybe we can get a zoom. I'm coming.
Okay, all right, can we capture this? So this is given a very wide shot, and this is given a medium shot.
Yeah.
Shall I? Okay, so let's continue. Let's hold it like that with you. You're still trying to pick it? All right.
So the difference is because of the lenses.
Okay.
So when the larger the millimeter, the more closer you get the image.
Okay.
So you can see the one with the 85. The one with the 85 is larger millimeter, so you get it closer.
Okay.
And the one with the 35 is lower millimeter, so you get more room.
Okay.
Yes. So basically,
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. And for me, it's even the lens given, brightness.
Right.
So if your lens is good, you don't need all these lights.
Yes. Yes. So you can see that for this 1.4, I just had to send it a bit down.
Yeah.
And take the picture. So I'll make use of the ambient lighting condition. So it's, one funny thing. Please, your name again?
Lois.
Lois. Lois, you're the one I took.
Exactly.
Well, she composed, so she had some chef thing.
You see, when I tell them, they don't believe me.
She's really good. She's really good. So I tell people that when I started photography, I actually thought that when you take, you just take a picture, and that is it. But later, when I invested my time and learnings into photography, I realized that there is more to it.
There's more to it.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's more to it.
So it looks like my pictures are ready. Yay! So we just took these pictures. Yeah. Okay. Look at me. Can I see my... Oh, ooh, is that me?
Of course, who else? You.
Oh, I love this.
So you can see how different displays affect even the color.
Where's my waist, though?
Waist where?
Waist where?
Waist where?
I didn't do anything to the waist, nothing.
Oh, wow. I love these pictures. Okay. I see. So I like how the light hits the skin and everything.
Yes. So lightning is photography. Any day, anytime. How you balance and how you shape the lightning can affect how the image will look like.
Okay.
Yes,
Oh,
that's how it. And you can see from where your hair is.
Yeah.
You can see a tad of light on the hair.
Yeah.
That's bringing all that side into the picture.
Wow.
Yes.
Shola.
I'm speechless. But it's beautiful. It really is.
We got a picture just few moments. Edited by Daniel.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Brother. So it's how time has evolved over time.
And this is my favorite.
Yes, it has evolved. And you see, in between the moment, you also need to capture some of the stuff and all that. And
Wow.
It could be a priceless studio moment.
It is. So it took me less than 2 minutes to get these pictures.
Yes.
And we got perfect shots.
Yes.
I love them. I love them. I mean, you have project. Last year, I know you had a session for young photographers who wanted to be professionals.
Yes.
Are we doing it again this year?
So this year we are doing it. It's actually going to be very big because the attention, I wanted to thank all the audience and everyone who supported, including, my partner, Eileen Owusu-Darko. She's the director of operations for Revive Mind. She did phenomenally well in making sure we put the event together. So last year when we did the event and we saw the patronage, the support, from people, the audience. We had over 500 people turning up for a first time.
Wow.
I think you remember I was here. And all that. So you had a role to play in it. So thank you. Please clap for it.
Yay!
So the experience was phenomenal. And Kelechi, Mr. Sobo, and Yaupari did so well in being part of the event. A plethora of others, Portia Gabo was there and Akushika was there. It was an experience that we cherish so much.
Yeah.
So this year, we are doing it again. We are doing it again. We are doing it again.
And what month are we looking at?
So we are still looking at August.
Okay.
Yes, we want to make it a yearly experience. And yearly experience with a lot of activity. So this time around, we may not do one day.
Okay.
We may add extra day for, workshop. And we'll be looking at, engaging some other photographers, to come in and also share their experience or even give hands-on training and workshop experiences. These are some of the things. I'm sure I'm going to be definitely here to talk about it.
Yep.
And it's something we are looking forward to.
And We know there are people watching as well, and probably they want to book you or they want to call you and get some one-on-one tips from you. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so you can go ahead and give your number.
So first, I could be reached out on Instagram by my name, Dennis Temituru. So Facebook or Instagram. So Dennis is D-E-N-N-I-S and Temituru is T-E-M-I-T-U-R-O. So that's the first one. And you can also reach me on WhatsApp.
Okay.
Directly 024-920-7800. So that will be activated for WhatsApp only.
Okay.
And you can ask your question and all that. If you are there too, you want to support us to make sure that this initiative, goes transnational and, global. We are open to that so that we can impact young people. And I'm very, very passionate about young people and unemployment. Because at some point, that would be my case, like, oh, what do I do? I now realize that even the job is, so much that we can spread out to other young people so that once they get the skill, then they can do same. But one of the things I realized from young people is the passion and drive. Some of them, their fuel is low. So if you go and tell them, go and learn this thing and give them a certain direction, it's low. But other people, the people who want blood, they are hot. So high. So I want them to aspire for those kind of individuals.
Dennis, thank you so much for being here. I've had an amazing time. I know you have had an amazing time. Oh, you guys have questions? Okay, good. Because our time is up for this conversation. Dennis, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And I hope you at home have taken Dennis's number and you're going to get in touch with him. For those of you who want to learn photography, take advantage of this and contact him. In August, he's going to have a masterclass and you don't want to miss it at all. It's a great one. Probably I'll enroll myself. Who knows? Because I need to learn some one-on-one tricks in there and make some extra cash since you are traveling to Nigeria to go and do headshots and all of that.
And just one more thing.
Yeah.
Most people think I'm not available for booking for studio photography and all that.
Okay.
Please, I'm available.
You're available.
I'm very, very available. You can book me. We come and take some nice, shoot and all that, and you'll be fine.
All right. Thank you so much, Dennis. And his name is Dennis Temituru. Make sure you book him. Book him.
I wanted to give you this to look at, but I know we forgot about it.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
These are photographs turned into magazines.
Oh, that you took?
Yes.
Oh. Yes. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Just look at that. Can the camera see this?
Yes.
So you've now made them in magazine. Are they for sale?
No, we've not started selling this yet. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna be flipping so that the camera can capture them.
Yes.
Okay. You got the hand.
Yeah. So these are the festivals, the Abuachi Festival and the Masquerade Festival of the Winneba.
Okay.
And this is how I've put it so that
it tells a story.
You can leave the time in hard format.
Oh, that's so nice. Yeah. That's nice. All right. So I love this. I'll be taking a look at them. Unfortunately, you're home, so you don't get to take a look at them. But we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we do have our workout session.